The horns blared at TPC San Antonio as the Valero Texas Open descended into chaos. And roughly 1,200 miles away, Tiger Woods sat inside his Jupiter Island home watching every moment unfold on television. He had just taken 9 swings in the TGL Finals, his first competitive action in more than a year, and told the world he was doing everything he could to make it to Augusta. He had even said he would be there regardless, whether as a competitor or in some other capacity. Then came the phone call nobody expected, followed by a television moment that changed everything. Donald Trump, speaking candidly on Fox News, announced what Woods himself had not. "I love Tiger, but he won't be there." The golf world erupted instantly, and now, with the Masters just days away, Tiger Woods is finally letting people in on what has really been happening and what he has revealed about his health. His decision, and what comes next, has left the golf community genuinely stunned. On March 24, 2026, the SoFi Center in Palm Beach Gardens was electric. Tiger Woods walked onto the simulator stage for the TGL Finals, marking his first competitive appearance since tearing his Achilles in March of 2025. 9 swings, 4 putts, a 3-wood that covered 272 yards, and a 46-foot putt that set up an easy birdie. Every single movement was dissected and analyzed by a golf world starved for any sign of the old Tiger. His Jupiter Lynx GC team fell 9-2 to Los Angeles Golf Club, but the result barely registered. What mattered was Woods himself sweating, swinging, occasionally smiling, putting his rebuilt body on display for the first time since undergoing disc replacement surgery back in October of 2025. When reporters gathered afterward and asked the question that had been hanging over the sport for months, Woods gave an answer that was equal parts honest and heartbreaking. "This body just doesn't recover like it did when I was 24 or 25. He said, "It doesn't mean I'm not trying. I've been trying for a while." He spoke about the surgeries, the 7th back procedure, the L4-L5 disc replacement, the long and painful medical history that reads more like a cautionary tale than a career. Then he offered the line that would reverberate for days. "To play, I love the tournament. I've loved being there since I was 19 years old. I'm going to be there either way. Either way, not as a player necessarily, but in some capacity." It was careful, measured, and deliberately non-committal, because Tiger Woods had learned the cruelest lesson a competitor can learn. Never promise what your body may not be able to deliver. For millions of fans, though, that was still enough. Hope flickered. Augusta, they told themselves, might still have one more Tiger Woods moment waiting. 2 days later, that hope ran into a wall. Donald Trump sat down for an interview on Fox News' The Five. And when the conversation drifted toward golf, as it reliably does when Trump is speaking, he delivered a declaration that sent shockwaves across every corner of the sport. "I love Tiger, but he won't be there. Well, he'll be there, but he won't be playing in it." The words carried unusual weight, and everyone understood why. Woods has been in a relationship with Vanessa Trump, the president's former daughter-in-law. Since March of 2025, Trump had spoken glowingly about the pairing when it first became public. "I love Tiger. I love Vanessa. I'm very happy for both." He had said at the time. Now he was delivering a very different kind of message, not about romance, but about the Masters, about Augusta National, about the one tournament that has defined Tiger Woods' legacy more than any other. Social media ignited. Fans argued about whether Trump had inside information or was simply speculating. Woods' camp went completely silent. No confirmation, no denial, no statement of any kind. Trump, when pushed to pick a winner, retreated into vague praise. "They're just great players. It's hard for me. If I pick somebody, I'm going to have enemies." The deflection was textbook, but it hardly mattered anymore. The President of the United States had publicly declared that Tiger Woods would not compete at the Masters. Most of the golf world allowed itself to believe it. For 2 full weeks following Trump's comments, Tiger Woods offered the public absolutely nothing. No interviews, no posts, no cryptic hints, just silence. The Masters field was officially announced, and his name appeared among the invitees, as it always does for past champions holding lifetime exemptions. But everyone understood that this was procedural, not meaningful. He was not coming. The champions' dinner, one of the most hallowed traditions in all of sports, would proceed without him. The chair he had occupied for decades, situated in the corner of the room near Jack Nicklaus, in the section informally reserved for the most celebrated champions in the tournament's history, would sit empty. Scottie Scheffler had spoken about the unwritten seating rules just months earlier. "I'm definitely not going to sit in the area where Tiger and Jack sit," he said plainly. Jordan Spieth had put it in even more relatable terms. "It's kind of like 6th or 7th grade. There's a certain section where you just don't sit, because it's Jack and Tiger, and that's where Arnie was." This year, that section would be missing its most prominent figure. Rory McIlroy would host the dinner. As defending champion, the stories would be shared, the traditions upheld, and the wine would flow. But the empty chair would speak louder than anything said aloud. What Tiger Woods' silence ultimately reveals is something deeper than injury updates or competitive timelines. For 3 decades, he fought relentlessly to control every story written about him, to be the sole author of his own narrative, to decide exactly when and how the world would receive any piece of information about his life. Now, at 50 years old, with a body that has been surgically rebuilt more times than most people can count, he has stopped fighting that particular battle. "I've been trying," he said after the TGL event, and those 3 words turned out to be his only meaningful public statement on the entire Masters question. He did not promise a return. He did not issue a formal withdrawal. He did not schedule a press conference to explain himself. He simply went quiet, and in doing so, he communicated everything. The golf world speculated furiously. Trump filled the vacuum with certainty. The media offered takes ranging from sympathetic to harsh. Through all of it, Woods said nothing, because he no longer needed to. He has 5 green jackets, has 15 major championships. He has a legacy so thoroughly cemented that no single absence, not even from Augusta, can chip away at it. The Masters will be played. A new champion will pull on that green jacket, the azaleas will bloom in all there. Ridiculous beauty, and the leaderboard will produce drama that the sport will talk about for years. But the chair in the corner of the champions' dinner room will be empty, and every person sitting at that table will feel it. "I've loved being there since I was 19 years old," Woods had said. "It's meant a lot to me and my family over the years." That love, it turns out, does not require his presence to remain real, and no absence in the world can take it away from him.